So listen, it is possible that Skittles could end up banned in California, along with other candy like Nerds, if a new proposal ends up the law in that state. It is a long shot. It is a super long shot, to the point where even one of the two lawmakers pushing this plan acknowledges it's like 0% that Skittles are actually going to get banned. But the point, he says, to shine a spotlight on the chemicals in this kind of candy and food that have been linked to more of a risk of cancer and other serious health problems. We're talking about 5 specific chemicals in stuff like cereal and bread and soda and processed cheese that help make the food last longer, taste better, look better. The lawmaker leading the charge on this hopes that this is going to force manufacturers to find other, less harmful ingredients to make their products. Dr. John Torres is joining us now. Talk us through this. How real is the risk from chemicals in your Skittles? I know, and I will just blow up your spot here, they are a beloved candy for you. You have a particular affinity for them. Give us some context here.
And Hallie, just first and foremost, I do love Skittles, but I try to moderate what I eat there because, you know, it's candy, so I don't want to eat too much of it. But when you look at the health risks, there are associations with these health risks. And by associations, I mean there's nothing directly saying, yes, this causes that, but it's that type of study where you look at and you say, okay, there's some associations. In animal studies, it looks like it could be happening. In human studies, we still don't have a definitive answer. But what this is highlighting is kind of difference between our FDA and our USDA, which regulate our food and regulate what goes into our food, versus the European equivalents of that, the European food associations, where they do it differently. Over there, they try to do things proactively, meaning they say if there's even a slightest possibility this could be happening, we want to go ahead and ban it, and then we'll do the studies to find out if it's safe. Here, if it looks like it's safe, we go ahead and push it through, and then if we find out it's unsafe later, we go ahead and withdraw it. So you can see the differences there. But right now, again, the associations are there, but no direct causal link is there, and I think that's one of the big messages.
But here's the thing, Dr. John, these 5 specific chemicals are already banned in the EU. Why are we still using them here?
And that's part, again, the way these two different entities work and how they do things. When you look at the risks behind these things, you know, the risks they're talking about is kind of a string of lists that are going on. You know, first and foremost, they could be behavioral issues that happen with children and that, and that's probably one of the biggest links we can see out there. Increased risk of cancers in some people, harm to the reproductive system, and damage to the immune system. But what we're also finding out is some people tend to be more sensitive to these issues and could have more issues with them than other people. And so that's part of the confusion here, Hallie.
We just showed part of a letter that was sent from some food industry groups pushing back on this proposal. Again, just a proposal, it's just a bill, it's not law, saying that all 5 of these additives have been thoroughly reviewed by the federal and state systems and many international scientific bodies and continue to be deemed safe. From a doctor's perspective, you know, you look at this, I look at it from a political perspective, and I think, man, these food industry groups, they are a big lobby, right? I mean, is there at least some sense that this is shining a spotlight the way that that lawmaker intended this bill to do?
And I think it is shining a spotlight on this issue here, and I think that's a spotlight that does need to be shined because we do need to make sure that things that go into our body are safe. At the same time, when you look at the studies that have been done, we don't have definitive answers. And so this goes back to the question of, until we have definitive answers, should we ban it, or should we say, okay, at this point it looks like it could be safe, so let's go ahead and push it forward. But I think the bottom line is we are seeing in some of these studies that in high consumption rates, so the more you eat, the more the risk is there. The answer is simply, you know, cut back on those. You know, I'm certainly going to cut back on Skittles now after listening to this, but I'm not going to give them up. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
I love Skittles.
No.
So, you know, again, it's one of those things that the more you eat, the more issues you might have with it. So moderation comes into play here, like anything else. And be a label reader. Look at your label, see what's in there. Okay. If it's some of these chemicals, then you don't want to eat them, then don't eat them.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.